a lot of times people kind of write off the Facebook business page as, well, it's only like if you're on Facebook and only boomers are on Facebook or whatever. First of all, that's not true. A lot of people do use Facebook. And second of all, it's actually very, very useful outside of Facebook as well. Facebook business pages rank on Google. And oftentimes, early on for a business, the Facebook business page has better domain authority than your own website. So that means if somebody's searching for your local business, your Facebook business page is going to rank above your own website, which means that if somebody's Googling that and they find that and your Facebook business page is just kind of half-assed, it's missing information, it doesn't have the right buttons in there, you could be losing customers. Or even worse than that, if you don't even have a Facebook business page, somebody else could be outranking you in Google and taking customers that should rightfully be yours. So with that being said, this is easy to do. I'm going to walk you through everything in this video. We're going to start off going over to facebook.com. I'm just starting off on some Facebook business page here just to kind of show you some of the tools before we go and set up our own. If you already have an account, sign in under your personal account. Do not sign in under a business account yet. That's not really the way this works. Facebook requires every individual to have their own personal account. They're going to require like photo ID verification and stuff like that if they suspect like your birthday's wrong or anything like that. So sign in with your own personal account. If you don't have one, go ahead and make one, pause the video, and then come back right here. And then once we're on Facebook, I'm just on a random Facebook business page just to kind of show you some of the tools that are available. You can see posting on the right side. This is going to be a great example of any kind of sales or timely things you can just put out right here. And a lot of these you'll notice are square posts, which means they're probably sharing them on Instagram as well. Additionally, on the left side, we can see this page in particular has a lot of information about their email, their website, their hours are open. You can see their reviews down here. So not everyone's recommending them. Maybe they can find some things to work on, their address. And of course, we also have the ability to book a tee time with this particular golf course. So this is something that is, very well established. I think they did a pretty good job with this, but now let's actually talk about how to make our own. So on the top right, you'll see your little profile picture right there. But don't click on your profile photo. 3 buttons to the left of that, you'll see a little 9-square array titled menu. We're going to click on that. And then on the right side, you'll see create. So we're going to go down here and create a page. And again, don't worry that this is connected to your personal account. In the future, we can migrate this over to the Meta Business Suite and get this off of your personal account. But for now, you have to set it up with your personal account. So now we're going to create the page. The name of this, I'm going to say this is Willow Grove Window Washing, just a fictitious business I made up right now. The category right here, window washing, see if window washing, window cleaning maybe, home window service. I guess that's kind of close enough. Cleaning service. Okay, so you can pick a couple categories right here. I'm choosing 3 because none of them are specifically tailored exactly to my business. Hopefully what you are looking for is a better match, but you want to pick several that are as close as possible. Don't pick too many. Usually 3 is a good number for this. And now we can make a bio. This is optional, but I highly recommend you do this again to help you rank on Google. Google is going to read this, and if you say, hey, we're a window washing business in Philadelphia, then when somebody searches Philadelphia window washing business, this is going to be indexed and this is going to potentially pop up in Google. So our bio, I'm just going to paste a little bio in right there. It shows up underneath there. That might be a little longer than I would like. Typically just 2 lines is probably going to be ideal, but we'll leave it as that for now. And of course, on the right side, you can see you're able to toggle between the desktop view, which many people will be visiting, but just as many people are likely to be visiting from mobile. So you want to check out both as you go through. So this is looking a little wordy. Like I said, I might trim that down a bit. There we go. Something simpler like that. Now I'll say create page. All right, so that was created now. Now we can add some contact information here. So I'm going to add a phone number and then an email, our address, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. Then we can add our hours here. So let's open at selected hours, and we're going to say this is going to be maybe like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, Facebook doesn't really give us, at least I've never seen a good way to kind of copy these all the way down. So what I do is I just highlight them. So Control A, Control C, and then as we go down here, just paste them one at a time. So click on paste, paste, and then Sunday paste as well. So now for the hours, do the same with the closing time, paste there, and maybe we're closing a little bit earlier on Sundays. Maybe we're done by like 1 p.m. or something like that, 2 p.m. and on Saturday, 7 p.m. again. If we wanted to have different hours, so maybe you have like a morning and an evening, maybe you have, I don't know, if you do like a siesta or whatever, you can add a little plus right here and you can have 2 different hours in the same day. So maybe 7 a.m. to like maybe 11 a.m. would be one set of hours. So 7 a.m. to maybe like 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then down here, maybe we're going to say like noon to like 5 p.m. or something like that. So that way you have like your lunch break when nobody's going to come in that it says it's closed online. So we're going to save this. Now we have our hours there. As we scroll down, right now it says, okay, fair page health. We don't have a lot populated just yet. We do have to add our website here. I'm going to add the YouTube page just because I don't have a link for this specific website. If you haven't made a website for your business yet, by the way, I have full tutorials on how to do that. Some really easy ways to do that. Hosting Your Builder is probably the video that I would recommend. Very affordable, very easy to set up, and very customizable. Okay, so let's click on next. Now we can add our cover photo and our profile photo. So I just made a quick little logo here in Canva. I've got a light one and a dark one. You can try out either one to see which one looks best on your specific wallpaper you're going to choose. So I'm going to choose the darker one right now. I think that'll look better. And then you can see it kind of gets cut off right there. So let's delete that. I think my light one has more of a boundary on it. So let's see if this one's a little bit better. We'll add this one. And there we go. So you can kind of see it a little better. I might go in and edit this just to add a little bit more spacer, but you can read everything quite well there. So I'm going to add a cover photo now. We can go with this one right here, kind of a nice basic cover photo, or to make it a little bit more personal, which I don't know why you'd ever want to squeegee from the bottom up. I think that's a weird photo, but let's add another one here. I'm going to say maybe this one right here. Photo of me, clearly me washing windows. And because we want to reposition this so my head's not cut off, on the left side, we can click drag to reposition, and we're going to drag it down to right there. So there we go. A nice photo of definitely me, definitely washing windows. And this little button right here, a lot of people skip this. It's very, very important. Facebook's been moving this around as well. So it wasn't here in older videos, but it is now. We're going to add the action button. So I'm going to click add action button. Now we can say try it. And this is going to be probably the most important part of your Facebook business page. The purpose of people coming here is to do what, right? Are you trying to get them to donate? Are you getting them to go to your website and purchase something, go to Spotify and like listen to your music? Or are you trying to get them to like sign up, book now, order, whatever? Think of what your main purpose for this Facebook business page is. When people get here, what should they do? And that's what you want to make this button. So we have a lot of options here. Of course, you could buy tickets if you are like a band or something like that touring. You can start an order if you have maybe like a local restaurant. That would be start an order, would be a common thing there. View shop if you're selling local merchandise or shipping merchandise as well. Book now would be ideal for like yoga studios. This might work. Book now might make sense for this window washing company, so you can schedule when you're going to be booking it. And otherwise, you have other options down here like call now, send an email, contact us, as well as quite a few others down here like visit a group, make a reservation, play a game. There's a ton of options for what your business page might be targeting. For this specific one, I'm going to say book now. We can connect a scheduling tool to this. Now, like I said, if you don't already have a website, there are some good scheduling tools out there. Hosting Your Builder does have scheduling tools in there. Also, Acuity is a pretty popular one as well. If you only care about scheduling and don't really want to build a full website, Acuity is good. But I don't know. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to not connect that. And instead, I'm just going to go down here and add a phone number. We're going to say call now. We'll say next, and maybe we have like an admin or someone in our office that actually answers the calls and does the scheduling. There we go. So I'll say save. And now we'll have an action button on our page. So we can say next. And that brings us to step 3 of 5. You can connect a WhatsApp to your page. So if you use WhatsApp, which I would recommend maybe setting up, not everybody, especially in the US, it's not really that relevant, but maybe people don't want to text you, or a lot of people maybe use WhatsApp, especially in other countries, then they could add that right here. You could add that right here and people can message your WhatsApp, your business WhatsApp account. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to say skip because, again, in the US, I don't really think it's absolutely essential. Like, I know very few people that primarily use WhatsApp. A lot of people use either iMessage or, just native SMS on like an Android phone, for example. I'm going to say next. I'm going to skip that one. That's just kind of asking you to invite your friends to like your page, which you probably should do. I'm not going to invite my friends to like this because it's a fake page. It's not real. But you want to get a couple likes on there, at least so Facebook knows that you're legitimate, and that can help you to eventually get your username and your URL, which we'll talk about in a minute. Then we can choose the notifications we're getting. So you can leave these on right now, turn that one off. And I'm going to actually turn them both off because I don't really need a lot of notifications. I plan on checking this page quite often. And that brings us into our dashboard here. So I'm going to close out of this little pop-up here, and that'll bring you to your dashboard on Facebook. So in essence, what we have here on the right, these are going to be the posts that you already have. On the left, this is going to be similar to what viewers will actually see when they visit your website. So if you want to change your bio or edit any details right there, that is going to be what pops up, and you want to make sure that is, of course, correct. Up here are some things that Facebook is recommending we do, things that, like I said, we haven't done yet, linking our WhatsApp account or inviting our friends. However, creating a welcome post is probably a good idea, so we can start off by doing that. Instead of clicking right there, though, I want to show you how you're going to post all the time in the future, and that is over here. You will always see this little kind of block on the top that is going to be what's on your mind. So it says what's on your mind. You can just click on that, and that will allow you to type up a post if you wanted to, just whatever you want there. You can also add some other things to your post. You can tag people, you can add images, you can add check-in like a location, you can add how you're feeling right now, just kind of different ways, kind of cheeky for making your post right there. Other options though, live video, I don't recommend doing that for most businesses. I would much prefer to see you do photos and videos, so a little bit more evergreen, tailored to kind of being up long term, can be a little bit more refined as well. And Reels are the other option. Reels are going to be much more browsable, great for discoverability. So if you make Reels about like the best barbers in your area and you happen to be one of them, or maybe you make a reel of like the best haircuts for men in 2024 and you're a local barber, of course, that's a good way to get a lot of discoverability. There's no guarantee that all of those viewers are going to be local. They might be all over. However, if you mention where you are, you could potentially gain some new customers doing stuff like that. Something to play around with, maybe experiment, but not necessary for everybody.